So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Alan Wake. Where last time around we did see the sequence for the chapter 4 to start. I kind of hope it will replay what happened in the chapter 3 exactly. And I will be aiming to at least go on and play through the chapter 4 this time around. And after that, if we have enough time, I will be probably playing a little bit more of the They Are Millions, or how exactly the name went, but nonetheless. So we shall see. Let us go and continue Alan Wake. Yes, hard drive Alan Wake. At least.
Felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had pumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
So it doesn't replay it, the cinematic sequence, when we already watched it previously. So I think I should always save the cinematic sequence at the very start, I think. Very much so. Of course, I have to again remember exactly how all the battle systems work.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Great. Well, I guess there's not a lot of choice
This
other than
corridor is for patients.
follow.
Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Particularly vulnerable in what way do you think or mean? Creator's Dilemma, the engaging new book by Emil Hartman, PhD, the author of the best-selling Creative Flow, his groundbreaking techniques, engagement therapy, and the flow explained in his own words, now available in bookstores across the country. Right.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
Of course. Well, that is our room, definitely. Emerson's room and the Soul's room.
I bet you do.
Lane.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
Can I see
This
what
way,
others have? Sorry, I wanna go and visit others' rooms for the moment. There's at least a painting kit over there. What do they have in this room? I can't even enter that room. I wonder why I was able to enter that one, but not the other one. Night Springs. There's actually even an Xbox game for Night Springs. I would love to play that. Night Springs felt seemed very sweet, so I would love to go and play that. And there's Death Rally. I think that's also a game they made previously. I think it was. Or it was one of the other Finnish company who made it. Nonetheless. Some sort of a game board. Well, I don't know what to call that, where you have that thing that rolls around and you try to get it into certain location, I guess. I would assume that's what it is, but I have no idea what that's supposed to be called in English. No idea at all. Night Springs, the video game by Remedy. Yeah, Night Springs would be interesting game. They should make Night Springs then, clearly. That could be interesting. And there's a map. Dark. Also the places. No music while we're there. So, I guess we shall be going and continuing onwards. And there's Anderson's place, where we cannot enter. And there would be alternative path, or well, spot here. Well, that's interesting looking painting. It's nice enough of a crowd, I guess, but we do prefer to be able to leave from here. If in any way possible, that is, of course, a question.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you.
Yes. And good evening, the both Scrublord and Tajunta. And glad to see you around. Welcome to stream, hyvää iltaa as well. And yes, still awake. Well, awake again, considering we, I guess, slept here with this, well, in this office. Yeah, still delusional for sure. Still delusional. We even saw that there was supposedly a Night Springs game. They should make a Night Springs game. I think, considering they even had, like, it would be an Xbox game here. Anything? Can I go to Hartman's room? No. Here? No. There's a nurse. That's an interesting looking painting with a lot of fools around in there. So, yeah. I'm not sure if we were in that spot, but I think we might have been in that painting location.
We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
Interesting.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Depends. And hello, Chim as well. Welcome to the stream as well. And, yeah. Well, I don't trust this guy, though, exactly. I don't exactly trust this guy. Checkpoint reached. I can't go upstairs here. Hey, there's coffee. I was thinking that I should but there's coffee. Hey. I don't think I could have raised it earlier, so that door seems to be open, so later. There's also someone hiding behind the couch there, interestingly enough. So, yeah. Well, I can see a coffee. I need to go and get the coffee. How else are we gonna be staying awake? He is like Fontaine, yes. Like a doctor from the LA Noir as well, possibly. That's the same thought. Yes. This is interesting looking. Cauldron Lake Lodge. A nice sundial, yes. In Tenebras Cadere. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated by DC. That is the writer, the other writer who was in here, I think. In the memory of a dear friend and a poet. Yes. Interesting. So this whole thing is as a memory for him, on the other hand. He was like, his name was Thomas Zane, wasn't it? I can't really go and get into where the coffee is, though. I can see it, though. I can see it. God damn it. So, what else do you want to talk to me? Try to convince me about your opinion.
I never get tired of this view.
It is a nice
Very
view.
inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
Yes.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Funny. Yes.
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's
I
part of
let
the
him
illness.
talk.
After
Hartman
all,
obviously
I'm the
loved
one
his own
trying to
voice.
bring you
His
out of
words
the world
echoed
you've
madly
constructed
inside
for
my
yourself.
head.
But
I dug my
can't
nails into
do
the
it by
palms of my
myself,
hands to stay
Alan.
focused.
You need to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
I don't think Alan Wake wants to be working with you. Yeah, and take me to the coffee, doctor. Yes, absolutely. I can see the coffee. Yeah, and some morphine. Possibly yes as well. Possibly yes.
Come along. Let's go inside.
Sure, let me go and see what's up with your friend
Here's
here.
the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only.
Scary,
You were impressed by my
scary,
trophies when you
scary.
first arrived here. I do love to hunt. Great outdoors,
That-
man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Alrighty, well,
Yeah, that's right. I got you. Got you
Emerson.
good. I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
yes,
yeah,
very
you'd
spooky.
like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's
Bleh.
Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Hey.
video
Elbow strike.
games.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
get
some
'em to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Well, hey, we got some interesting roommates, or, well, occupants in this place for sure. Some other interesting people. I wanna get the coffee though first. First of all, the coffee. Otherwise, we're not gonna get it. That is what Game Devils does to people. Yeah, someday I shall get into there. Not yet though.
Hartman
Good
had
sir.
mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Oh, well, I guess we're gonna be exploring a little bit more in here. And yes, priorities, Doctor. My priorities are different than yours. That's a weird painting. It's like like the goat in the books and all sort of stuff that you sell and so on, which is weird. That looks a little bit from like Kalevala maybe, or one of these sort of epic stories. Just like that as well. A little bit of a like anyways. Nice paintings as us. Maybe we are gonna be leaving from here at some point. Who knows? Who knows? Coffee, nonetheless, is mine. All mine. Mine alone. Wonder where it goes. Yes, it's quite a good question. Quite a good question indeed. Owl. That's the stuff. Yes. Hey, there's more coffee. Beautiful. Lovely. He might be able to get off from this morphine or stuff that he has been pumping into us quite clearly. What's that book? Within Sight? Maybe. I'm not sure. Something like that. Nothing behind here hiding. I completely turned too much. Oh well. You're not singing anymore. Chitter, chitter, swab, and shiver. Totally. I can also go here. There's someone painting. Someone is actually doing some painting here.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Oh,
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
it is a good painting, but you are painting us, so...
I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Yes, I think that we probably will be out there tonight. At least, I think that's our plan. But it's nice painting. If it's us, then yeah, that's kind of a dark painting, I would say. Kind of a dark painting. Just exploring everything else than actually going and following him first and foremost. Yeah, dark picture. Dark picture for sure. And that is... It is just nice indeed that you can explore a lot of these different locations.
Come, Alan, this way.
Yes, someday. I shall follow when I'm ready to follow. And not a moment earlier. That's a nice painting. Of course. Nope, no entrance to
Now.
that door.
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
As such, it could make also sense that that would be the room that we were captured writing in, all things considering. So, like, we have seen the tales where we have written and everything, so it could also be that room and not the room in this, so to speak, cottage that we were in. What's this? Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative process. Next. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specially tailored for you. Engagement therapy, TM, trademarked, its sister method, the flow trademark, work best when you are actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Totally. I have lots of concerns.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
No, that won't do.
Interesting,
I'm so
though.
sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best.
Is
Don't you
it?
think?
No, I do not think.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Sonny.
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the
Totally.
sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Yes.
Sane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Yeah, this is
My head was
this
clearing
remedy.
up. Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom,
Yep, the Anderson
got any
made more
booze
sense.
on you?
Yeah, no. Sorry,
We have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine. Clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just
Moonbeams.
noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Sorry.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
A
Nightmare
god.
shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Well, I didn't know that I was opening it.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
A place of power. So,
We had parties there, man.
They're talking so
You
much.
should go there and have a party.
totally. Absolutely. I think that is a perfect
Bob
plan.
Balder threw the app through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad scene.
Bad scene. Unless you go to Night Spring Sport Game or something.
Tired, man. So tired.
No. Sadness. Is that all?
I want to go home.
Yeah, I gotcha. I 100% gotcha. But it is a Night Spring Sport game. I want Night Spring's game. Xbox game, PC game, port game, whatever. Night Springs, totally, 100%. And yeah, they are not going to let me speak, other than now, when they are actually finally done, too tired to talk. So, yeah. And you said, well, you're thinking about some other game, yes? But yeah, this is Remedy, not Rockstar for a certainty. Yes, Max Payne was from Remedy, like Alan Wake, but not Rockstar game. And okay, yeah, but these guys are the same two that I put the jukebox on in the bar or the coffee place where Rose was working in as well. So is it all our imagination? What all happened, or is that the truth and this is false? They are the same people though. Definitely. The same two. Definitely. So, interesting. probably need to go and put the energy on? Maybe.
A dream and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution. And then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets. And now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces and smiles. My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters talk all the time and express their feelings so they won't shut up. And the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too. And I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me. And everyone should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
Well, I'm happy that you can be a scary nightmare. Totally. Is this guy gonna talk anything more though, on the other hand? And yes, mullet time. No news. Okay, fine enough. No news from you. You should be quitting that soon though, all things considering. I wonder if I should go to the energy or not.
Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? The typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Well, I guess fine enough. Let's go write. Be happy and write. All the things we want.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Oh dear. But yeah, kind of funny when said it twice, so to speak. So, yeah, interesting. That's the place where our room is, clearly enough. We probably need to come back to this a little bit later on. First, we try to go and ride and everything like that. I guess I will check here quickly, but I doubt highly that I could be going into that direction, so that's totally fine. And hello, Koneasa, welcome to stream as well.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Well, so we shall. I hope everyone has had a good weekend thus far as well.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Totally. 100% gonna be cool.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Yep. I'm interested to know what's going on though.
From Mjolnir, wench! Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Not so weak,
things are
no.
unraveling fast, aren't they?
Like, I'm kind of wondering. Oh, manuscript page in there even. Let's have a look see at that nonetheless. Ooh, we already actually had 2 here. Well, let's look them through. Thomas Zane's writing and assistant.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Storm!
Okay, and then Barry in the lodge.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. "Hey, Hartman, where's Al?" Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Okay, so Barry doesn't exactly know where we even are.
Taking it!
I wonder if this is gonna stop me investigate the racket. Yeah, it even says that we should...
Sinclair looked
Oh.
bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
Interesting. They really did hit her.
The backstage is all yours, Tom!
And he's
Seize your
gone there and
destiny.
hide. Oh,
I
I'll
had
take
to
the
get
keys.
to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript
Come out and
pages.
face the music,
That's where he'd be
Bert.
keeping
It's
them.
time to pay the
Oh,
piper.
so someone has been keeping your manuscript pages according
Maybe
to you
you
now.
could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Birch.
Right.
We
They-
were on the
they-
road, man! You think we haven't seen punks like you before? Mortal name!
Well, yes, they are interesting people. Yeah, not
you
that
better
direction.
hide,
Probably on the
Birch. My wrath
upstairs.
will break
May
you.
have. I'm not sure which place it exactly is gonna be.
He's got a great
Probably
sense of humor.
here, considering there is that direction. Television
Oh.
isn't working now. Oh,
Children of the Elder God!
well, they like singing.
Scourge a light upon the dawn.
The metal band guys. They do seem to be from the metal band. Can I go into this way?
Wow.
No,
I wish I had my axe.
no. Well,
Oh, memory and thought!
definitely that doesn't work. I wonder if I could have visited the other patients' rooms too. I guess I could go that way. Well, I'm kind of interested to now know what's the other patients doing, because considering we were able to visit some of their rooms previously, they might be saying something interesting. They have. We'll see. Well, no one in here, but yeah, there's a Night Springs game here too. And there's a Night Springs the video game. I think Night Springs should be definitely made into a game. No entrance into there, and no entrance... Oh, there is an entrance here, but there's not the guy who paints in here. Even though he should be somewhere, but he doesn't seem to be in here. And can't go there, of course. Which is totally fine. Yes, and an Xbox. Very much old school, for sure. Oh yeah, I was thinking to try this door. Open the lock. There is that option, so I think that's the correct thing to do. Oh, I didn't see this painting like this before, for sure.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Now it's all of a sudden a very different picture than before. Ooh. Lots of paintings in here. Oh yeah, the Hartman's office. He was capturing all the pictures that the one guy was painting, didn't he? So interesting. That is still the same picture. Oh no.
You hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Oh, Barry is kept there. Well, let's...
Seriously! Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I am famous. I represent a celebrity.
But
They'll
yeah,
be looking for me. Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you want to play it? Really? Okay, that's how we'll play it. It'll be hardball all the way. Jerk. Seriously, man, I'm willing to forget the whole thing if you let me out
Alan
now.
doesn't want to respond.
Let me out! Hey, you think I can't hear you out there? I hear you just fine. What, is this how you get your kick, Hartman? I knew you were weird. You got that weird guy look.
Weird guy look.
I'll double what he's paying you, okay? Do you have any idea how much I make as an agent of a best-selling writer? A lot. Is a personal check good?
Personal check good? There's a manuscript page too. We were on that side of the door, and at the time we weren't able to in any way see this painting, but we did see that full painting, so it's not changed necessarily at least. And yeah, you don't mess with the famous Barry. Well,
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made of the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't
okay.
breathe right.
Alice's name even. Interesting. Interesting paintings too. So that is definitely us, so to speak. That is one of those guys with the French and an Axeman. Interesting looking fool. A manuscript page. That's more than happy to be picking up as well. A map. Another full painting. Interesting. Lady. Some sort of a... Is that a Birdman? Unintentional buns. Yeah. Totally. And then some sort of a interesting figure that I cannot say I recognize. According to him, fame of representing Alan Wake. Yes, that indeed. Mott fails Hartman.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Okay, so I think this guy was the guy, the Mott, who was the kidnapper who was working with Hartman, possibly then? Possibly. Play the tape.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Cut up of this, just a recording. Yeah. Well. Interesting. But yeah, they definitely, he was having problems, but as such, of course, like, if you stay awake too much too, that's going to lead into problems after all. You shouldn't be, you need sleep. So that in itself can cause quite a bit of problems for little Alan Wake, so all that coffee might not be very good, but hey, it's our bad, I guess. Let's save Barry though, on the other hand. Somehow.
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah.
Why is this here?
I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue
Barry.
where you were. That guy's crazy
Barry.
now. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
He stole that from Rose. Barry? Why? She wasn't even herself when she did that. So, yeah. But yes, thanks for your patience, Barry. But, yeah. We're meeting ourselves here in this cutout and everything. I only got some more coffee, as it is. So, there's that. A lot of files, possible files at least. Well, come on, Barry. Come on. Or do I need to go from that door? Maybe. Yes, I guess so. Maybe this is the way. Ooh, the manuscript pages, I guess.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Intriguing. If only I could see. But I cannot see.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Are you planning
Wake,
to actually
listen to
shoot
me.
him?
This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Something dark is moving. If only I know. Oh, we locked him in that room when something dark was coming. At least we saw that much. So I have some understanding what exactly happened. Did we pick up all the pages that we had? Oh, well. Okay, checkpoint
The
reached
dark
though.
presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
I don't even seem to be having... Oops. Dark presence is exactly there. Okay. Apparently I gotta be clicking a little bit more to be opening this door. Okay, what's the way we would need to be going? Excellent question. Don't think that's gonna... Okay, well, not sure if
I
that's
needed
gonna
light
work
to get the
either.
possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Yeah, but where? Well, if we go upstairs, we should be able to put the generator on, shouldn't we? So, I think that's what we are gonna be going. Surprisingly, there's no one else that I can see around, though. Ah, silly me. Pressing too many times. Focus. Yay! They are all getting destroyed. It's this light. Light in the darkness. Forcing double VSync might fix the cutscene problem. How do I do that? Force double VSync. Off? On? I guess. If that is going to help with it, I'm not sure. Double VSync, because I didn't even have the one. I didn't put it on when I didn't seem to really have a need for it. But if that's the prop, well, Is it still on? Like, I'm trying to go down, then back upstairs because I'm not sure if the light is actually on. Or did this go back on, I guess, yeah. Do know I'm reading same forms, okay. Well, if it's going to help with that so that we see the future cutscenes, of course that's going to be nice. So, some more would be getting destroyed at least by that light. Just not sure how many. Well, some more, but I guess we should be starting it again. I thought that we would only need to be starting it once, but quite clearly not quite the case. Need to be destroying some more. Of course the bookcases are gone, but it would be safer anyways to be able to travel there while there's a little bit less of those around, I'd say. Can I activate it still? Yes. Let's activate it once more and then try to rush down there and get out of this place through there, I think. That shouldn't be the worst idea. But yeah, hopefully that could even work, but we'll see if that will. Escape the clinic, if I can. We did get here, at least. Well, we can go into this direction. It's like one direction that is possible. Well, at least we said Barry already got away, though I'm kind of afraid how well Barry is able to do. I think we kind of almost need that flare to be able to try to go anywhere. I guess I would have needed it into here, but that didn't destroy it, so... And I didn't get any more flares. Is that really the reality that I would have needed to be able to use it closer? No, there's another one now. It's giving me another one because I didn't put it close enough to this. I thought that maybe we could escape through a window, but that was clearly not the case. Can I pick up another one? No. No more flares for me. Sadness. Quite saddening situation. Welcome, welcome. Okay, another manuscript page though. Which is nice. Let's just run. Checkpoint reached. That is probably gonna open this up for us at some point. We're gonna wanna try to move there when it's gonna rush into here, I guess. You've got time to read it. Yeah, I do. But on the other hand, it still hit me. Annoying. I thought that I would have been safety in there. Enough safety anyways. Okay, just gamma dust. Ow. And it didn't even break this yet. I think I just need to preserve a little bit of our health at least. God damn it. I need to. I pressed the to try to go and move away, but it's short amount of time that we can use into that, I would say. But I got what we need to do. But it's not quite as easy. Nonetheless, to actually manage to do it properly now. Just break it for us, thank you very much. Okay, I guess I will anyways go into here now that I... Well, I would need it to come into here though. More if I actually wanna try to get past it without taking any damage, hopefully. So... let's just get it into here and hopefully I'm able to actually go and try to do the evade. No. Definitely no evade. And now it's like so freaking close. I tried my very best. And then I just walk into it when I'm trying to at least evade from it. But that seems a little bit difficult to do exactly properly now. When there's so little space. areas where you can evade. Like this first is okay because you got plenty of space. But when you have so little space, it's pretty difficult to do. Of course, I'm gonna heal a little bit if I wouldn't go on and yeah. Well, it doesn't even want to come into all the way in here apparently right now. Now it started to again do its thing. Okay, let's just get into that and then just run while we can. And then I have to try this again. Okay, now I've evaded it. But as said, it's not exactly the easiest thing to do. Yay! Barry, help us. Help us, help us. The stuff here. Need the coffee. There's no danger going into here, right? We can just go on and collect this little bit of coffee.
Hey, come on. We gotta get going.
Lazy ball. The double V-Sync thing. Apparently you might need to force it in the driver to NVIDIA control panel, I guess. Okay. Well, I'll see about it maybe for the next time or something. I don't know. Is there any doors I want to go and visit more? Probably not, but I somehow feel that I have to go and have a look. Yeah, he is too lazy to come outside the boy. But hey, I'm not gonna complain. Maybe he knows that there's someone with a flashlight and it would get destroyed anyway by that light. Okay, before we go even, we could as well have a look into this. Suspended by Lauren Miller, 1989. What is that actually? I feel that is something that I should recognize, but it doesn't come into my mind right now. Or is it just an art piece? Anyways, manuscript pages, some more. Hartman watches Wake Wall.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Wake was finally within his reach, so he really wanted us in here. And he sort of used Alice to get us into here. Within his binoculars hit the water, so we did go in and drop into the water. I think this is from the start, when we fell into the water after Alice, when we were trying to find Alice. I think that we hit the water then, even though we didn't see the full movie sequence at the time. It might have been later too, but I think it might be that time. Then Hartman's mission. What did Hartman wish to accomplish?
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
So he wanted to sort of be like a producer. Interesting. Was there anything else? Probably no. Don't seem like it, nonetheless. Just exit from those.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry,
Okay.
I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
But yeah, then you're not gonna have a light.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Okay, well, a little bit of stuff happening with the house. Yes. We definitely need to get rid of that first and foremost, and then that. Ow. Definitely would have to burn that ASAP. Then that is coming to life just like that as well. Just to get at least that one out. Then start working on this thing. At least they're big enough so that it's easier to avoid it.
Come on, out! We gotta go! It's not much of a maze! I made it through easy!
Okay, good that you already did make it through. Nonetheless, I just had to be a little bit cautious with these things. I didn't want to use too much of our batteries. This is also a little bit of a something that we gotta get out of here. Still almost visible completely.
Oh jeez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
Yeah, I definitely would say that I would agree with that. I would like to go and really give all these flares to Barry, because there's a danger that something would attack him because, well, all things considering the darkness. So I don't think it's really the best idea to not have any light source for him either. So, well, hedge maze, yay for a hedge maze. Easy peasy. We already got a hedge maze in LA Noire. Okay, well, as I said, I would love to come and give you some flares or something at least. Yeah. I thought that there might be someone... Why did I do that? Go and rush towards him. Oh well. Not the end of the world, but a little bit silly, I might say. The only good thing is that they do seem to be more interested on us. Yeah, that's a dead end, I think. So, you can be just going into this direction quite happily enough. Don't trust Emil. Okay. Gotta try to remember that. Don't trust Emil. Interesting. That light very much isn't active. Well, we can at least go and read another page. Wakes is the old god's stage.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
It felt strangely appropriate. Interesting. So probably means that we were going into the place where the heavy guys lived in. The farm, as said. Their farm location.
Al, be careful! I can see them moving around! They're coming for you!
It's a good thing that they are more interested in us though than you, Barry. Probably not the right way here, but I just had to go and check. I'll just burn you a little bit with the light. Light in the darkness. Just to reload the gun. I just want to know that there's nothing in here. And yeah, thanks, Barry. Yay, I almost got past you. It's kind of the annoying thing when I only almost got past you, but not quite. Well, just need to be shooting him then, eh? That's pretty much all that there is to it. Good. Got him. Then is the question which one is the right direction. I think this isn't the right direction, but who knows. It's very difficult to tell, after all, in here. For certainty.
You can have the TV on if you don't. Sorry about the channels. If you can't rule the channel, we turn it off. We don't want any fighting. It makes people sad.
I wonder who that was supposed to be, but yeah, I think this is the right direction. I'm just kind of wondering if there would be anything interesting in the other direction. Yeah, kind of familiar with the tactics at this point, yes. Now I then got confused. it was like in but it's not here. But is it here? Yes, here. And then here. I didn't look at all if there is anything interesting. There might be something more interesting. Oh, manuscript page. I thought that there might be something interesting over here. I should have come here first, but oh well, can't really be helped. Oh yeah, let's read that too. Hartman and power failure.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Just to be sure. What? What are you smiling or using the tongue for? Exactly. Oh, it doesn't seem like this is a bad gate exactly, so I guess that's fine. I guess that's some more ammo for us. Yeah, revolver ammo. That is a nice thing. That's a lot of crows too. Now that I see him all there flying about.
Bells in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
Is that the game maker, game designer? I think so. I think so. Because he was talking, he got a lot of pills.
Oh, you get 3 bells in the evening.
It's this guy. The guard of the Hartman guy. Great. Sounds good, dude.
Dr. Hartman likes things to be yours. That way we don't have any trouble, and I don't have to.
I tried to go and get that done. Okay.
We're all friends here. This is just part of the
I need to go and start shooting this guy and hope that the crows are kept away with the flare at least long enough for me to start truly getting something done with those guys too. Or this guy. Then I do gotta be paying attention to these guys. More than just a little bit. Let's see. Where are you guys coming from? There you are. Let's burn some more of you guys away. Okay, there you are again. Nice, nice. That's some more of you burned. That's nice enough. Ammo for me. How sweet. Yes, it is pretty sweet. So, it was okay, though it did take more damage than I would have liked, but otherwise it was okay. Was there anything that I didn't listen to, / read? But no, didn't seem to be. So let's just go and drink some more coffee. Bonded, don't we? That should be good. Very good for us. Drink some more coffee. Pick up flare gun. Oh, that's nice. Flare gun is very pleasant. No, I don't want to use it yet. But it's there. So, it's good to know. Especially if any more of these freaking birds come and attack, and they probably will. Why did you go and just smash that like that? Doesn't seem like the best of ideas. The very best at the very least. Let's just get you down first, considering we can indeed do such a thing. And then can we deal with you? Nice, lovely. One more guy taken care of. At the very least. No pages for me. Sniff, sniff, sadness. I just want old manuscript pages. That will make my day. To find all of the manuscript pages. Well, we did reach the checkpoint here, which is nice. And a shotgun. Lovely. That is also very nice, though I still prefer to be using the pistol first and the manuscript page. So, doubly nice. Let's have a read-see into this, or listen. Mott in charge.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Yeah, Mott is the guy who is the, so to speak, the kidnapper, but not really the kidnapper. Smarter than him, beautiful 5 and everything, and Mott didn't have any of those things. Better than Mott. Sad, poor Mott. Poor Mott. Make the whimper and grovel, but instead he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd be gotten under fake skin. Had his 5 thought made him shiver. Intriguing. Well, let us continue. Hopefully we're actually going to be getting to Paris soon. I think the birds are probably gonna be coming in soon. Well, considering they're just there like that. So it's suspicious to me. I was thinking where was it exactly, but yeah, right there, which is fine. Not too big of an issue, just a little bit of an annoyance. That guy could be a little bit more of an issue, I could say. Yay, nice dodge. Yay, that worked pretty nicely, though they aren't dead yet, which is a problem, but otherwise good. And yes, a little surprise, but not too big of an issue of a surprise. Didn't know where they were coming from, but hey, it went fine enough, I would say. Shouldn't ever go and take the straight path quite clearly now. They would have been able to get that surprising. Well. On the other hand, sometimes surprises are nice, sometimes they're not, but you never know. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Wheelbarrow of Death. I told you it's a Wheelbarrow of Death, though. I did tell you that it's the Wheelbarrow of Death, and so it definitely was. The Wheelbarrow of Death who already destroyed us previously, and it was very much planning to come and charge it at us again. More manuscript pages, though. Is nice. Still quite a bit to go. It almost looked like someone would have been behind us, but no. Let's just shoot that, just for the fun of it. Now that it still bounced. It's also haunted quite clearly now. Let's listen to the other page. Yeah, never trust the Barrow. Even when they're not possessed by semi-sentient shadows. Totally. Barry attacked by a Taken. This is why I wanted to get him some flares or something.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Oh no. Yeah. Until I took a barrow to the knee. Totally. It's a good joke, though. It's a good joke. There's no problem with that. Emil made Tom do it. So yeah, Tom was the other writer, and Emil made Tom do it. On the other hand, all those writings, I assume, or that's what I assume is the case. But yeah, he should definitely have his own flashlight. We definitely should at least have 2 flashlights. He should have a flashlight, I should have a flashlight. That would be a lot better than just one person having a flashlight. Definitely no good idea to not have flashlights for everyone. Flashlights for everyone is my pitch for the current year. Totally. For the future year. There's actually something interesting over there. Hello. Aw, I lighted you and you still attacked. Which is quite annoying to me. Hello, dude. Hello. And goodbye. Nice doing business with you. Yeah, I was just thinking that maybe there would be something in here. Probably could have seen an arrow somewhere over there, but hey, got here now, so that's all good. Maybe I should give Barry the flare gun. I think that's a good idea. He could have a flare gun, I could have a flashlight. He should be able to defend relatively well with 3 flare gun shots. Oh, I need to also change back the pistol. Should be doing okay enough, and then give even the flare. So he could have as much of that sort of defense for him as possible. I didn't see a way forward in here though, so I guess upstairs. I guess yes. This is the way. We even have more coffee here for us to pick up and drink happily ever after. I rarely use shotgun, or well, I want to have enough shotgun ammo so that I know that I'm not using the few shots that I got, because we do well enough with just a pistol for the moment anyways. Yeah, we all know Barry is going to be useless, but he's our friend, right? We don't want our friend to just get destroyed by the Taken. Or do you want that, Chim Chim? Do you hate Barry that much, even though he is still on our side? Even if he is a little bit of a character and all that, but do you really want that, Chim Chim? I would want to drink enough coffee that you end up with a plot time permanently. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Or mullet time, as it was said by the other guys. Hartman sedates Wake.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Swallowed blood and barely tasted it. He was so wanting to get another writer. And Dom Sadie apparently was also a writer that worked for him. So he apparently had something to do with that fellow as well. Barry's alright for laughs, not for fire support. Yeah, well, you don't choose your friends just for fire support, right? Friends are something else than just about fire support, correct? Right? Oh, there's someone. Is that Barry? Maybe that's Barry. I'm not sure if that's Barry. It looks like Barry, so I assume it is Barry. So many ways to say just Barry. Hello, Barry. Please be okay when you're gonna be meeting with the Taken.
You're alive!
We are
Let's get out of here.
alive.
Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Maybe.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Just
Barry!
I'll find it, don't worry about it!
Just try to do that, okay? Well, we are meeting someone. Someone quite of a lot of a darkness. Or, well, quite of a lot of darkness, to be honest.
Hurry up,
Not
Barry!
just one.
I'm on it!
There's one good thing. I was thinking that no one would have been able to attack like that, but apparently they did, which is quite annoying.
It's gotta be here! Just hang on, Al!
At least I managed to get away of that. Well, I guess I'll use my other flare. I tried to drop it, and I apparently did manage to do that now, but just a lot later than would have preferred. Specifically because then it meant that I had to do a lot less there.
No, wait, that's a twig!
It's a twig. I pressed the shift to try to evade that. That's annoying. Don't you? Never going to say Ryan Apples with a sort of lax selection criteria. Maybe, but on the other
Hurry
hand,
up, Barry!
I'm on it!
where did that guy go? Okay, he's here. That's kind of interesting how he was there like that.
It's gotta be here! Just hang on, Al!
Yeah, I'll try to hang on as well as I can, that is. I hate you when you do that.
Oh, hey, I found a quarter!
Okay, let's just try to shoot you a couple of times, I think. Then could even chase into the shotgun. I think you are pretty much taken care of. in that sense.
I found it! Ah, no,
It's
wait,
just a
that's
twig. Yeah, he's just came and rushed from there. Oh well, I'm trying to do it the wrong way around. Well, hey, the first, the more challenging combat after a little bit of a break after all. It's been a week. Basic lock
Hurry up,
operations for
Barry.
sure.
I'm on it! I'm on it!
It's like I don't understand where he sometimes goes and just suddenly disappears onto. It sounds it would be nice if I can get that guy. I don't know where that guy disappeared exactly, but he certainly did go somewhere.
Oh, hey, I found a quarter!
I pressed the freaking button. Let's definitely use that now, though. I think.
I found it! I found it! Ah, no, wait, that's a twig!
Just trying to do this over and over again. Flare. So that we can buy a little bit more time.
Al, I found the key!
Just reload. Ah, that's annoying. Had to use so many shots at that guy. Just try to reload a little bit more. I tried to press the reload at least. I guess he did do it now.
Get in the car!
Just reload the damn gun. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be going and just escaping. I guess I should just escape at that point and not even start to be going anywhere else. Maybe. I should be doing it differently anyways. And use it in the dialogue, Barry.
Hurry up, Barry! I'm on it! I'm on it!
Annoying.
It's gotta be here! Just hang on, Al!
Okay, let's see. Can we do this now? Okay. That's at least okay-ish. Not really perfect by any means, but at least better than nothing. There's no one behind us at least, so that's okay-ish.
I found it!
You didn't really
wait,
find
that's
it.
a twig.
I guess I should just drop this right now, while we got a little bit more safety, that is.
Here
Just
it is!
reload
Al,
this.
I found the key!
Ow! Stupid axes. I would really need to go out of there. Well, you should have tried to get that a little bit earlier, I would say. Reload quickly, please. Okay, now at least I got a pretty good evade. So I can probably just try to run, hopefully. Yeah. And yeah, just go. Yeah, and I would assume that there's respawning enemies at least.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Totally. I'm more than happy to buy that for you, but at least just that didn't yet work it. Yeah, just that V-Sync didn't fix it yet at least, so oh well. Well, on the other hand, this shows up a little bit, so
I'm crazy.
it's kind of strange sometimes. There was no text
You got
there.
that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends.
That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it. Look out!
Well, and now we get separated from Barry, and I just have to hope that Barry is going to survive. And yeah, love our scarce commodity at the end of the world. Poor Barry.
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
We're alive. Barry, we are alive.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was
that's
nowhere to
great.
be seen.
Find Barry. Well, okay. Great, we have no gun,
Barry!
no flashlight, no
Barry!
anything.
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that. Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't
Your
get
cutout.
a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Well, I hope Barry is able to stay alive too. Spoilers, Barry is too lovable to kill in anything but a poignant scene. Yes.
You're gonna have to find your
Okay,
way around
this
to
is
the
the farm
Al.
though.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah, I'm working on
Barry,
it.
just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Well,
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a
Rambo.
disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Yeah, Barry the Rambo doesn't seem very promising. You don't really remember him, so yeah, that is a good thing. I didn't really think that you would be telling me any exact spoilers. So, how much do you remember of the game then? You'd probably at least remember how the game ends, but it's indeed a different thing if you remember all the things in between. Okay. Well, which way to go? Well, there's at least stuff there that I cannot exactly deal with. So maybe I'll try to go this way. Who knows what is the right way to go? That's a barrel that's trying to hit me. Didn't quite manage to do it, but there's a light. I was hoping to get these things in here, but the problem was that I didn't know where this would be. Can't see at all where the things that are trying to rush at us are even. That's the way we need to go. I would like to see what's in the other direction though. The problem is that goes off. Oh, there's a freaking coffee. I need to go and get the coffee, of course. Let's at least keep that on for now, I think. Coffee is a must though. Yeah, wheelbarrow. Never liked those wheelbarrows, I can't say that much. Yes, but I need this. I would also love to know what's in there, but the problem is that these things are trying to kill me. So it's not very nice. Not very nice. You do remember to farm. Alrighty. That's something then. Can't see at all why I'm there though. I would love to know what's in here. I want to kind of explore a little bit. The problem is that the things don't really seem to be very pleasant here for me. I just might say so a little bit. And it's just going into that sort of a spot. Oh well, I'll try to wait here. If it could go into that light, that would be very pleasant for us. Yes. Ow. straight into the head. At least, after that we did go into the light. Even if through our head. It's surprising that we are still alive. This is how wheelbarrows sound. Yes, that is 100% true. They use coffee as a bait to prey on otters. Yeah, the barrows are very cunning. That is their cunning plan. I wanna know if there's anything in here though, which is the sort of a problem when I wanna know what's in here, and if there is anything. There probably isn't, considering it seems like, yeah, I guess I should just be heading off. I'll just try to be doing my evades and just go to the light source and just put it back on. And just go. Just go for now. There's a manuscript page. Yay, it destroyed the wheelbarrow of evil. Well, everything's falling and everything. There's a manuscript page. A serpentine, get a serpentine. Yes, I'm trying my best. So let's see, what's this? Walter at the Anderson farm.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
So I wonder who he met there. Then. Can I go here? No. I guess the place where I need to go is somewhere else then. I thought it might have been here, but this is definitely an extra area. But I came from there, and I think that also takes us kind of around. But I guess we'll see. I'm trying to press this on. Very much trying to. Yes. Good job going into the light barrel. I'm very glad that you are as cooperative as you are. Well, I guess I will investigate this way. I guess that place is maybe where I need to go. It's kind of annoying when there's all of these in here. So, need to try to be avoiding them as much as we can. Well, then it was definitely a good thing that we at least went and visited in that location. Hello, little birdies. Glad that you're not evil, like some of your
shadows crawled
friends.
Over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Well, this will have a light. Just need to turn it on from someplace. From someplace, that is, which is probably upstairs. Here. And yeah, we can't trust any of the barrels or barrows or any of such things cannot be trusted. They're all evil. Absolute evil. Manifestations of evil. Let's have a look into the Nightingale arrest's wake. Oh, the Nightingale is here too.
Agent
Again.
Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
So he almost killed us. Stab of envy at Wake's oblivion. So you know something more than we do, I assume.
I hope there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Yes, there is. Good, Alan Wake, there is. They're right there. Or well, it better be working. We're gonna be in trouble if it wouldn't work. That would be extremely big of a problem for us. Yay. It's working. It's doing its work. Its job. Does seem to flicker real badly. Just like that as well. Flickered real badly. Well,
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
at least we got a flashlight. Trust no one in the dark. Yes, I gotcha. We also got no extra batteries, so we have to be able to deal with just this light as it is, which is great. I wonder if you can somehow then sneak. Considering there was definitely someone there, though I don't know if we are able to sneak very well with the flashlight, but you know, guess that's what we kind. Well, there is the light here. I guess that's what I need this, whatever this exactly will do. I'm trying to run, pick out batteries. They just, when they get
I could sense
to
the
you,
movement in the woods ahead.
it pretty much
Facing the
destroys
enemy
you.
without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
I'm just not sure how we're supposed to exactly deal with them when we don't anyways have any weapons after all. So it's not like we can shoot them if we would go on and yeah, panic jumping.
Fatty acids are good for your heart.
Was there someone in front of us? No, pretty much just in this direction, which is fine, I guess. The problem is that even if we have that, it's not like I can really do too much with that, and then I went somewhere totally different anyways, or well, not exactly different, but yeah, there's definitely something that I would need to do with that too, and I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to try to just evade these all the time. Like, sure, I can keep them a little bit away with this, but it's like so short of a period that I can try to keep them away that I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do. Unless I can go and get that one thing all activated, but too early. Even that was too early, apparently. Well, at least this time around I fell from there. Hey, there's a light. I'd have to run there. You just would have to go and get it done. Wake. Alan Wake, just run. Just go. Hey. Like, just happened to fall into this sort of place, but there was the freaking generator of some type. Do I have to just try to go back to it at some point? I guess. Kind of not sure about that. Yep, totally no problem. It's just like I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. I would really like to know though if I can like go and activate that thing. And yep, no wounds at all. Whoever would have any wounds. It does seem like there's now no enemies, so let's at least check this thing. Just besides some batteries. So, yes. It's just kind of strange to be coming here after. Yeah, and this would have been a light, which would have been destroying them. But it's just not that easy to go and try to get it done when they are throwing axes at you anyway. So, yeah, kind of still feels a little bit strange as a thing that it's there, but then it's very difficult for you to actually get it activated. Well, they're not here anymore, so I guess I'll just go on ahead then. And yes, panic jumping, acrobatics training in the middle of a combat. It's good. Very good. So, is there something in here? Is there some place that we could try to go? Nah. Well, sort of. Not like there is anything, but we were able to get them somewhere. Oh well. Into this direction then, with just a flashlight. Okay, now that
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
I doubt it's the Barry. We read about that one guy, right? Oh yeah, okay, I can switch the shoulder actually with the tab. I didn't even know that. Oh well, now I know. It was the... Who was it? Walter. It's probably Walter,
When
right?
I stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the boobiat.
It might be, it might not be. We'll see. We'll see in the future here how it happens to be. Okay. Hold switch to the duty. Yes. I'd like to do that. I would like to get the duty one rather than... It's kind of a shame when I can't crouch and try to actually go inside there, but at least they've left some coffee for us into here, so that's very nice of them. Oh, and some lithium batteries even. I don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Some lonely campsites here in the wilderness.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Damage? What do you mean by damage? Exactly. What damage? He's damaged? What exact damage do you mean in this situation? Hello, Gate. Nice seeing you. Well, that blank did fall as well. I was thinking, is it going to fall? I think there's someone in there. Well, there's at least a light again.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Right.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Diver. Just trying to get them in the correct order. Does this mean that there's again more traps? I guess I should be trying to be careful about those traps. I guess so. If I can, that is. Yeah, these are the traps. So yeah, some more traps around the place. Which I wonder if they will affect any of the taken. Probably not. But I kind of do have to wonder about that. If they could. Considering we got no weapons, so it would be nice if they could affect those. Yeah, only can see them if we put the light into them. Which is good to know. That light didn't stay for long. I would like to start this. I would love to get this started. Yes, thank you very much. Pick up a shotgun. Yay, we got a weapon. If you just would...
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
The taken are filled with darkness. You don't say that, friend. Well, shotgun does only have 2 ammo at once though, which is a shame, but it's decent enough, I guess I could say. Oh, and we did get that page, so we should be listening to that. See what it exactly says. The patients escaped the lodge. All the patients.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Ooh, they had fought these shades before, the 2 old guys, and all of them escape in that place too. Yeah, you don't say that they are filled with darkness. Not just a bad mood. I didn't actually notice this before, that there's actually some of these words coming up while we are reading this page here, like here in the mists, in the fog, which is quite interesting shade. Here was blood something. Interesting. I didn't notice that before. That's a nice touch. Totally. They were in a very bad mood, I would say. I just have to be... If I have to be in a battle, I do have to be careful, considering I may go and end up walking into these things, which would be very bad. Yeah. So. And they definitely do not care about the full traps like we could see there, which does mean that I gotta be a bit careful, I could say. Okay, so someone behind, although someone in front. A couple of guys back, which is kind of okay. I do also need to reload the gun a little bit. Okay, that's okay. And went decently enough as a battle. Don't have a lot of ammo though, so I would need to preferably be a little bit quick. Just use that then. As it happens to be the case that I happened to walk into one of those, which is very unfortunate, but so it is. Ow. Right into my head. That game. Just need to be careful about that for sure. There's a light over there, I guess. I think I need to just go into this direction overall though. There's more guys coming, which is kind of an issue. I would sort of maybe even just love to be able to go and move away, but not exactly sure if that's exactly gonna happen. Just have some... freaking weapon wasn't reloaded yet, of course. So that's an issue. Only 4 shots left, so it's not a lot. But I think we are in safety now. I could have also tried to run there. Well, in safety if this guy would actually do what I needed him to... Freaking A, that wasn't safe enough? That's annoying. That's annoying. That wasn't safe enough, even though I was just in the light. And I did press the... I would have thought that it would be able to avoid that one at least axe when I pressed shift, but apparently not good enough for timing. And yeah, inches away, dying into the light. Quite saddening. Quite saddening, and yes, very almost, but not quite. Almost, unfortunately, is not good enough. Let's just get at least a little bit ahead. Not sure if it means that there will be more of them coming up while someone else is chasing us or not. That's the question which I have no idea about. I think I'm making pretty good time into here while just one, or whoever knows how many there is, actually trying to be throwing those axes at me right now. Flare, flare, flare. I need to flare right now so that I can just run into here. Thank you. Sometimes that just seems to be a lot more efficient. And they do seem to have a lot of axes. It must have been a sale. I do agree with you on that. But I think that was worth it. Only used one flare and basically one shotgun ammo and a little bit of a light. By killing that one guy who came into the... to us and so on.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Someone's been reading at least a newspaper inside. But yeah, I think that was efficient for saving our bullets.
Hello? Anybody here? Ah! Barry!
No! Danny, you're not... Ah! Please! Ah!
Barry!
What are you... Ah! No!
I just, like, have to hurry into here.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie where the best friend's suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
Who wrote this crap? Yeah. So it's the guy who we met at the jail the other day or so. Sadness. Didn't quite manage to help him out, for sure though. What's Book? That's the same Book that we saw before. And yeah, don't need to be shooting everyone, which is a nice thing. There's a TV.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
I guess the Zane would have to be the light. I think that's the case. Zane is the light. He was already through this before. Yeah, I think that probably is the case. At least that's what comes into my mind from that, considering Zane is supposedly helping us and all that too. So yeah, that's at least what I would be thinking about from that.
Farm animals aren't cats.
Hello. Farm animals are cats? What do you have against farm animals? Just a couple of shots into you, I think, is a little bit
Let me
needed.
guess. Danny, huh?
Yeah, that's probably Danny, yes. Just a guess that it's probably the Barry. Or Danny, I mean, not Barry, Danny. Danny and Barry, almost the same thing. Farm animals aren't cats, obviously. Yes, this is very true. I wouldn't confuse a cow, for example, for a cute little cat. Cow is a little bit bigger. Maybe it also means that they're meaner than cats. Maybe. That's debatable. Probably depends on the cat and the cow. Unless they're for milking, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just talking. It's not too bad, or is it? Just talking. Random things, random thoughts that come into my mind from farm animals and cats. I'm not exactly sure what you would think about the milking either. Like
I
cats
can climb out through the
and
broken
milking.
window.
And unless you think that the cows you milk and you don't milk cats. So what are you thinking, Jim Jim? On the other hand, I don't know.
The front door was
Questions.
locked.
Well, I guess I can go to here. Stop into the window just to make sure that
The
everything's
farm was still a good distance
safe.
away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
It would seem to be pointing down there. Ooh, there's something in here that's interesting and, well, I'm just saying random things. There's a, that's also is not a farm animal. If we go by, well, it's logical that that is definitely not a farm animal. Not even remotely. That is definitely not a farm animal. I can't go through that spot. Fine. It's a poor little deer that's been hunted. And some stuff of it put into there, I guess. So, I wonder if he likes cats more or farm animals more. That's my next question. What do you think? Does he actually like cats or farm animals? What's the thing that he likes? There was something in here too, right? Yes? Maybe? Maybe. Yeah, manuscript page. That doesn't activate though, which is kind of unfortunate, but otherwise pretty okay. Let's have a look-see into this page though. Hartman considers Mott and Wait.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wait, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Interesting. I guess, like in the meeting, because the Mott was the, so to speak, kidnapper, just trying to make us row right and all that. Oh.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
But Barry was Barry, yes. I just gotta go and check inside this too. Now that I saw that, well, it's just an outhouse, that's fine. But hey, I just had to go and have a look-see into it still. Even if there wouldn't be anything interesting in there. No, okay. Drive like crazy. I did say drive like crazy, and that fits the bill. Hey, there's coffee. I can't drive like crazy when there's coffee on the way. Pick up the coffee thermos. And then back to driving. There's the farm though. So it's pretty close by, I would say. Pretty close by. I wonder what that place is. Now I'm just like thinking that, where do I want to go? There's a house there. There's a road. That's probably the way that we need to go, considering there's actually a road. There's something just extra there. So let's go and visit in the extras first, and afterwards we're gonna be heading into the farm and everything. I'm sure Barry is gonna be just as fine then as he is going to be otherwise. Like, doesn't matter if we go now or a little bit later. After all, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Some batteries. I'm more than happy to take those batteries. There's something nice over here. And a little skippity skip. Open this. Oh, flashbangs. That's nice. Not exactly something that I feel that I need necessarily, but they're good, of course. Depends on the situation, of course. They can be real good. Huh? Nothing in the upstairs, but you know, gotta go and check. Then I guess I'll go and check that area as well, the upper part, completely to the end, because I have no idea what's exactly in here. After all, shouldn't take too much time. Ooh, there's even another car. It's probably really good at covering though, possibly. Hopefully he's at least going to be okay. I do not wish him to have to die. Though, I guess Alan Wake would prefer him to die than himself or Alice after all. So, depending if he has to be making such a sacrifice, I guess he will. Hunting rifle. I guess I do prefer that because there's actually a lot more shots and a radio. That's perfect.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Main on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Alrighty. Well, hey, it was a good thing that we came into here so we were able to do that. That's a haunting music you put on. Sounds a little bit of a haunting like a music. I just have to make sure that there's no page here. I doubt it is that there would be, but still have to make sure. Please don't leave me all alone, sorry, but I'm gonna be leaving you all alone right now. For the moment at least. You can be playing there by yourself. Some X-Men's. That is some sort of a new enemy, I think, so that's interesting though. Maybe at least was. This is of course a bigger threat as it is. For more than a few reasons. Okay, nice. I was thinking that that's worth it for that guy though. Need to be making those choices when to use it and when not. Alright. I think I prefer this card though. I like it more than that one. So let's go on and get in. So I guess this would just be like a roundabout way to get into the same place that we were in before, or slash to the farm. I could at least assume so. So that is the way that we probably could have turned otherwise. Yeah, I don't seem to really run low on ammo except when it's scripted. Yep, very true. Of course, if I was wasting it a lot, then surely it would. Okay.
You've gotta be kidding.
That was a slight bit of an explosion. Hey, you. Hey, you too. And hey, you. And hey, you. And you, my dear fellow. A little bit too much of a turn. Need to be burning him away so that we can actually properly kill him like this. Hey, that's nice. Just go on into there, my friend. And then just a little bit of a boost of light to you. And turn around. Got all of them, I think. Unless I don't see any of the others. Oh, I do actually. Because you didn't die yet. You were almost dead, but not quite. Is there anything else here in the farm spot? Doesn't seem like it. That's totally fine, but gotta be making sure. I kind of love driving with the car in here though. It's a little bit different, a little bit speedier. And you get a car to the face, and you get a car to the face, and you get a car to the face, and so on and forth. Yes. Isn't that the nice thing? Aww. I can't drive more? That's really sad. You can drive very close to the farm area and everything, but no. Not into there. What if I try to take real high speed? Could I then do it? The answer is no, but I still gotta try. Light. So sad. Yeah, indestructible fence scares not for your automobile car. Yes. Very saddening. Very saddening. Very, very, very sad to me it is. Well.
Whoa.
Hello, evil thing. And hello, evil thing, you too. I'm not exactly sure what that thing is doing. But I guess we'll see. At least there's definitely some more of these guys coming about. But otherwise, I'm not exactly sure. I guess I just would have to light it as much as possible. Try to destroy it. It needs light into the darkness. Yay. Okay, those are not coming more anymore, at least for the moment. That was a... well, we got a lot of inanimate objects that we gotta be fighting here. I didn't expect that when starting Alan Wake, that we would be fighting against inanimate objects. That's for sure. What about the tree? Can we fight the tree? What do we need to do with the tree? Or trees? I guess there's this spot where we can get away. Skip away. Happily ever after. So, which way? I think I'm gonna explore these areas first before going into that place, just to make sure that there's nothing interesting over here. Cause you never know, I feel that that's the place where we need to go, anyways. Possibly, not sure. Yes, there's an arrow, so there's something extra in here. Of course, if you didn't come and pick up all of this extra stuff and the like, then you would probably be running a lot more lower on ammo and everything, but why wouldn't you want to go and pick up all the extra stuff that you can? After all, just flashbangs and other stuff, and that is all good.
Stay away from my daughter!
I haven't been even close to your daughter, just saying. Aw. That's fine, I guess. Even that is fine, I guess. I would need to stop that though. Ow. Yeah, I don't sometimes predict well enough when it's going to go and do that charging, so. And then I'm saving too much. I should be using my better gun. I should be actually using the flares when I'm in trouble, but then I'm just like, I can do it without the flare. I can save that flare, right? I definitely need to save everything, right? Not fine at all. Yeah. I know. It's totally fine. Though.
Stay away from my daughter!
If I can now at least start to be concentrating only into this guy, then yeah, that should be okay, but... Ow. Go on and have a little bit of a light effect for you. Just reload the gun while he's a little bit further away, I think. Is totally fine. And then just shoot. That touch, yes. It does seem to have a little bit of a bad touch. I would agree on that. It's also like, I think there's probably nothing in here, but still, if there would be a page or something, it's possible. Or a coffee. It's possible to find a coffee or a page or something. At least I found crosses. Which is great. Because it means ghostly figurines want to come and fight me. That seems like really, really nice. Okay. Did you meet the ghostly figures from the graves? Interesting. There was that sort of a little bit of an effect when it came into these crosses here. Well, interesting. Yes, ghostly skeletons. Very much so. Spooky skeletons. Well. Was this the place that I was thinking that... No, this was actually the place that I was in indeed. So that was completely extra, but it's a thing that I want to explore, so... Is there something in here then? It's kind of interesting when this door is open and everything, but don't see anything. Saddening. Quite saddening. I can skip along the bath then for a little bit while there's no fights. Just skip a little, skip it a little. A little bit speedier, jump, rockets. Not sure I like the fact that there's rockets here. I can't light them. Interesting. Why is there rockets in here?
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Oh yeah. It's like a stage. Now it's showing again.
Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
Barry! And then the rock star is coming to life. Yeah, all the rockets coming into life. I wish I would be able to see that, but we know basically.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
Shut up and shoot. Fine, fine.
Al! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Al, hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
That's totally fine enough. More flashbacks too, which is pretty sweet. I guess I could even try to be using a flashbang then.
Yes! Here we go! Barry Wheeler to the rescue!
Yes, good job, Barry. Real good job.
No! Damn it! Goddamn turn of the century wiring! Hang on, Al! I'll get them working again, I promise!
Yeah, that's totally fine. Let's see how far that's gonna reach. Nice. I was thinking that flashbang should be able to do a pretty good job there. Hello, dude. You're a fan of the heavy metal band music here too, that we got on here on the stage. Sounds good. Aw. It worked though. Okay. Got that guy, so that's good. Can be reloading a little bit more.
Stay in the light!
Yep. Was there more guns and such things even in here? I think so.
Oh no! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please!
Nice, Barry. Okay, so that guy is pretty much already down from the shadows, but just need to get a couple of shots off. Nice enough. And yeah, metal. Let's just change into the pistol.
Al,
Why
please
not?
don't let me die here. Although if I buy it, this is pretty much how I always wanted to go out. Rock and roll! Woo!
I wanted to pick up that even though.
Moment of our entire lives.
They are trying to kill us. That's the high point of my life? Really?
Children of the Elder God! Enjoy it! God damn it!
Yes, enjoy. I tried to have the flashbang off in all reality.
There! Back in the game! Yes!
You guys just go on and have a little bit of a flashbang too, just because I can.
Can I do this?
Just need to reload a little bit of the gun. Have a little bit of a flashbang as a little bit of a gift from me. Have a little bit of a flare. Nice. It was a nice show. Oh, and then the final explosion came up too. Not too bad, not too bad, not too shabby. There would have been more guns and everything too.
Awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Well, just wait a second. There's stuff to be picking up in here. Action shotgun. Isn't that worse than my hunt? I'm not sure. I guess the pump shotgun is pretty good. I just need to reload the pistol just to be on the sure side. And there's more stuff to be picking up, but here, I thought that the flares would be at least pretty nice. Or well, the flashbangs here, as I mean. And I got the better flashlight too, which is nice. And then there's some coffee. Lovely. So, and yeah, definitely this is even better flashlight, so we're gonna be keeping that. That was a nice little battle arena. Oh, even a track-on and everything. Yeah, couldn't pick up more of those batteries, unfortunately. That's a nice little track-on. Old Gods of Asgard. Nice. I got directed by Michael Bay. Totally. Yeah, unnecessary censoring. Yeah, that was quite middle. That was quite middle. Definitely. Okay, well, I'm glad to see, Barry, that you are doing okay.
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it.
I don't
come
care
back for
about
it once
it.
we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Totally. It's totally our
We need to get
biggest
this
worry.
thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Alrighty. Good to know. So this is as far as you got. There's something that we can use from there. So that's, I probably could think that is what we need to do. Climb somehow up there and use it somehow to our advantage. Yes. Probably nothing interesting over those directions. Barry, I'm starting to question your priorities. Yeah. Well, he's a big into the full business stuff, so I think his priorities are very much in there. I did press the jump button, but you don't always jump when I try to jump. I pressed it, but no jumping from Alan Wake. No jumping because you don't want to jump. You want to fall and make me look like a fool. Jump. Good. Good little Alan Wake. I was thinking...
I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do
Totally.
my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Okay. Yeah, it is a pretty good impression. I'll give that to Barry as well. It was definitely funny. Okay. See? Easy, Barry. I need to do all the work, even though you're carrying me and everything. But in the end, I have to still be the one to actually do this work. Maybe sometimes I actually am managing to go and do those jumps. Even though I probably could fall from here, but eh. But Barry is fun. He's a fun companion nonetheless. As long as that doesn't come crashing down, then we should be okay.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al!
Ooh.
They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
That's nice. There's even a
Look at all this stuff.
TV.
They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Sleep. We all spend a third of our
Night
dreams in its
Springs.
soft embrace,
Mad.
somewhere
Brings back
between
memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig?
But
Your
dreams
first
have a
real
way of
writing
forcing
job. What got
themselves
you
into
started?
waking life,
Ooh, is this one of
or
your
vice
episodes?
versa.
Is this one of your
In Night
episodes?
Springs.
We'll see. This is one of our episodes.
Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the
Everyone's
girl made of
dream.
smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh.
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Nice
Hey,
and calm.
Something's happening here.
Yeah?
What's that? What? Can't you hear that? Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
I got a wife and kids, and there it ended. Their lives ended when he woke up because of the alarm clock. And yeah, oh, you didn't get the carrying bed. Yeah, this is definitely, they got a lot of Viking stuff going on. Aww. No ammo for me. It's really saddening. It's always so sad when you can't pick something up. I guess I should very much be using this then though, considering I can't even carry more. No carrying of those either. I can just waste them for fun of it, cause I can't carry everything. Hey, at least I got that. Let's skip along into here. See what's up in here, I guess, maybe? Can I climb up from someplace? Yes, here. Here I can climb back up. Or, well, back up. I never was up here exactly, but, you know. Nonetheless. Well. All sort of stuff. Manuscript page. I was thinking that looked almost like something, but wasn't sure. So, okay, two actually new ones. The Dark Presence at Large.
The Dark Presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
It would finally be free. What about the Andersons brothers in the 70s?
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake.
Oh.
The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
The songs have power, and I guess that's why the one guy didn't indeed have an eye, because he actually got his own eye off and all that. So, interesting. Sounds good. Sounds very promising even.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Viking boat? Do you just mean that? Or something else? Oh, this thing, of course. Yes. Well, I guess it's gonna open our way into there, but what about this? Old Gods of Asgard, the 1975 Ragnarok Tour. Read. Be awed by celestial fraud and fury. April 11th, Seattle, Washington, I guess, and April 13, Bakersfield, California, 14, Long Beach, California, 17, New York City, New York. A lot of in the April though, a lot of different places to tour. April 18, Newark, and gee, I would think that it's a bit of a journey to be traveling from one place to the other. April 22, Detroit, April 26, Jacksonville, Tampa in Florida, and then New Orleans, and in May 1, Baton Rouge. I can't believe you had spotted their boat earlier. Yeah, well, didn't look up. I was looking at the all other sort of stuff, but not into the middle there. No. Well, go. Take us away, boat.
Whoa! Good going, Al!
Yay, good going. Oh, hello there. Don't exactly know where you are at, but I guess that's fine. Actually, this light is awesome too, though. This light is very good. It's just that there's someone else again behind us. And again, another one behind us. We can use this, of course, which will allow us to kill a lot of these quickly. I missed him actually that many times. That's a waste of ammo if I've ever seen some. Oh well. Not the end of the world, but a little bit annoying, yes, a little bit annoying. I'm annoyed at myself. Why did I manage to go and do that poor of a job? Oh yeah, I should also go on and actually reload this gun, shouldn't I? Just die. Just die. Thank you very much. Yay, ammo. At least I can pick more ammo. Barry, where did you go already? Guess you...
Planting crops is hard work.
Planting crops is definitely hard work. Definitely. This is one of these type of guys. Okay, well, I can see you. I can see you. Quite fine enough thus far. I guess he sort of escaped when he just went in here.
I think we can make it through here, Al!
Well, just gotta be dealing with some other fellows first, but yes, after that, probably yes. Wherever you are exactly, I'm not sure. I don't see you, my friend. Barry. There's a little bit of a... I don't know if that is for... What animal? Is it for dog, mayhap? That's my first thought, at least, that might be for a dog. Just gotta be making sure there's nothing interesting over in these areas or some sauce. Gotta be careful with that electricity though, so I don't go and accidentally kill myself with it.
We cannot put the
More of
sun
you?
at the farm.
Let's just use a flare, I think. That should be helping us so that I don't accidentally at least go and get myself killed with the freaking as I said. Just reload a little bit, I think. Problem is that there's another one here. It's the most annoying thing when there's so many of them coming from there. Oh, I even threw another flare out, but it wasn't early enough. Well, that's annoying. Well, at least the other ones were dealt with. I should be ready to go and switch to this gun when need be. Like, okay, if I kill one with the revolver, then probably should be just changing into that shotgun. Most likely.
We cannot put the
More of
sun
you?
at the farm.
Okay. Okay, there's quite a few of them over here, which is good enough. So a couple of them at least killed thus far, which is relatively fine. Just like unsure if there was someone still behind us or not. I didn't hit this guy. Okay, I'm almost going into that friggin' light, or electricity as it is. So that's also not something that would be a very good idea. Also could be posting this. You just throwing your axes all the way from there. Guess it's fine. I would prefer you not to do that though. Aw. I didn't try to avoid it well enough. Let's just go and avoid that. Not sure if you have been lighted yet, so to speak, and no you hadn't. So now, then, go ahead and get that done. Where did Barry go? He just ran off without us already, like, wherever. Barry? Where are you, Barry? That definitely doesn't seem to work. So, Barry. Oh, there you are. Well, I shall follow you into this place. Barry's faster than he looks, so he does seem to be...
Wow!
focused.
Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know
Yeah.
what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
I would like that, but I think they might be a little bit too old for that stuff anymore. But maybe it's just because they've been using too much of that medicine stuff. Maybe that's the reason. Okay, kick. That wasn't a kick. I didn't see you do anything there. Okay, that takes us upstairs, which is fine. I'll just have a look here to make sure that otherwise there's nothing special. Doesn't seem to be. Does not seem like there is.
Be careful, Al!
I'm fine, Barry. Don't you worry. I'm just dying from time to time, but otherwise I'm totally fine. Nothing to worry about. Open the silo door for Barry, but not for ourselves. Hello. Didn't manage to exactly scare me with that, but hello. Just take all of the revolver shots. Totally.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
I really think that he should have some sort of a light source too, though. Just saying that I think that usually would be the better idea that he would have a light source as well. Yeah, that was the saddest kick I've ever seen as well, for sure. He does worry about you, doesn't he? Yeah. Well, see, he would be losing one of his stars if we would go and die. So, I think there's a good reason that he is worried about that. Well, I guess we shall be climbing just some more. Yeah, you could have dropped at the flashlight at the stage, he could have taken it. Yeah, and I think that would have been a smarter choice. Just saying, both having a flashlight would be pretty good. In my honest opinion, but maybe it's just me. And there's another heavy. Why can't we just pick this up and just take it to Barry? So, like, we both will have a heavy duty lantern. That's pretty good. Welp, I picked it up. And no use of it at all.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio.
Oh.
Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff. Which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey,
Definitely,
I'm
Pat.
talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
And yes, Barry does live of our fame and light with certainty. I'm thinking, do I recognize this music, but it might be just that it's similar to some other song. I have. That start. Definitely in some song that... I'm just not good with names. Trying to think of some name that it might be. Well, Well, let's skip it a loo up into upstairs and everything. In the meantime, I've been doing worse today though with combat, which is very saddening. Oops. Which is very saddening to me. I should do better. Let's go and move out.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field.
Yes.
It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
They had the goods. Kick. Now at least you kicked. Before you didn't kick at all. I do not like the fact that we left Barry like completely alone there. We should have taken him with us. Not left there. Just saying. I think that would have been the wiser choice. Open the silo door for Barry. Still something that we would need to be going.
Got to be kidding me.
Doing. Oops. Ow. Okay, well, another little vehicle that we gotta be fighting. That's lovely. I like that. For sure. Sounds very good, I think. As an idea to have to be fighting against that sort of a source. Let's just try to at least make sure that... Okay, I'm so glad that that's taken care of. Very much indeed. Just try to reload the gun. Start working on these guys. I got that pretty nicely though, I would say. That week. I was just thinking that I already got pretty good light damage on it, that I just wanted to deal with it. So that's not too bad, but someone more is coming. Oh dear, 65 billion. So what are we supposed to be doing with that exactly? Do we need to change it somehow? Do you not want there to be that many cows about and around, running happily in the fields? I'm kind of wondering if there's anyone else around, but on the other hand, we were able to deal with him pretty easily now. This farming simulator looks wild. Totally. Very much so. Usually I run into trouble with this game whenever I try to save stuff though. There at least I used a couple of flares, but otherwise, specifically the times when I've been trying to save on that, I've usually always pretty, like, started to die. Okay. Is there any good reason for me to come and climb up here? I don't really think so, but I did. Okay, can I go and open that for Barry? Mayhap? Look out, Barrow! Yes. Silo keys. Okay, that's nice. So we got the silo keys now. Not sure what's supposed to be there, but we did get the silo keys, so we should be able to open the way for Barry. And he's probably here then.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's me. Hang on.
Hello. Hey, you
let's
have
go,
a
man.
flashlight. Good. I was thinking that you could even get the better flashlight, dude, but you don't want to have a better flashlight, I
I
guess.
think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al.
Fine.
Looks pretty heavy. Ah!
Pretty easy, I would say. Just
Hey,
a little bit
I think that's the
push.
farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there.
Just
This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
be a little bit
We should
careful.
feel right at home then.
Yeah, we should feel right at home. It's a domesticated one, yeah. Not all barrows are
Come on, one
wild
more gate. Let's do this
Valhalla.
thing.
That's such a interesting thing to be naming your place as Valhalla, but that's also their shields and everything, so yeah. I don't like that chain shot there. Just saying, that doesn't look that promising to me as a chainsaw just in a tree left there. Poor tree having a chainsaw in it. No one's taking that needle away even. Old gods know the truth. I guess that's a good thing that at least the old gods know the truths. It's a nice thing to know though that there's at least some domesticated barrows too, that not all of them
The lights
are.
are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Where would be a fuse box though? Asgard. Barry. Asgard in the Valley of My Shadow. Interesting. What does that say? Old gods know the truth again. Let's see. Is there a way to get into this place? Yes, coffee. Thermos. Let's investigate downstairs first though. Just to have a look. More rockets. Their gold album and everything. Old gods Asgard, yeah. Pretty much that's what it says. They do have a nice little place here. Asgard. In the Valley of the Shadow. And everything. Another little band place here.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Come on, Al, let's get the lights on, huh?
Yeah, and other electricity as well. I could think that it's probably outside even, maybe, possibly. The new ones don't know shit. Yeah, only the old gods know. No new gods will ever know what's really going on. Barry. I just wanted to check into here. But yeah, I could assume it's probably outside. Unless I don't notice where it would be right here. But it's of course a question. It could be also upstairs. I could assume. Depends. I don't know where they would have wanted to place it. Don't exactly see there. Find the fuse box, yes, but just a question. Where is the fuse box? Skip-it-a-loo. Don't really see specifically a lot outside, so maybe I should check nonetheless upstairs first, and if we don't find it upstairs, then...
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
They are. Now, I don't know who is so...
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding! Those guys sound awesome.
Well, there is a guitar, and considering the fact that we did meet them at the other place, so the coffee place or sauce. Yeah, well, there is just a fuse box over there, but we also got a manuscript page, so the mystery of the missing week.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Beginning the night Alice had disappeared. Followed my past self, out-of-body observer. Interesting. Well, let's get this on.
Can you hear that, Al?
Yes, there's music.
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Find the Lady of the Light. I'm kind of wondering if I should play that.
Give it a little thump. I want to hear this song.
So I guess maybe. I don't know. This is playing for now, but is it?
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest.
I'm not sure if that's
and
the
by
best.
Rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry. This is... Yeah, what the hell.
But wasn't that of the partially the lake water too?
I'm sorry about this. No, seriously, because we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, god damn it.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What?
What?
What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Right. I'm not sure if it was the best choice to be drinking that much, but considering they got a lot of work to do ahead of them. But on the other hand, of course, it's may relax them a little bit, I guess. Maybe don't. Alan is actually going to get some sleep for a change, for a moment, before the coffee kicks in. Yep, nothing like a thumb down over to fight an ancient darkness. Damn it. Diver's Isle. Ah, we're back here. Yeah, now we look at us like the observer. Interesting.
I'm coming. It's all
so
right.
it is indeed
I'm
happening.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth. A suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine.
Oh,
I was
hey,
there,
that's not too
an
bad.
out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being
That's
surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Yes. Find out what happened to you. What about what happened to Alice exactly? Wouldn't that be also an important thing to find out? Yeah, what could
Beyond
be
this
happening?
lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night.
Yeah, can't go elsewhere. Could be quite pure depending, yeah.
Alice? Alice!
Then we went there. She was
I
down
remembered
there.
thinking, I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript.
Focus. Did I climb back up
I
from
couldn't
there?
find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
And then here we are, back.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
And then
You'll
getting
laugh
us.
at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
And then we rode for a week or so.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
I will tell you what to do.
You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
All
She
will
had
be
Alice,
well.
and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
And so we remember. And yeah, when it's loading or there's
Yes. All right.
I'll write.
I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
And so right we go.
No. I wrote it.
I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice.
Yeah.
Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must
I did say Zane.
I'm here. It will be back soon.
Oh, Paishuk.
She
Guy.
stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
But yeah, I did say that it would be Zane. The light is Zane. He also has gone through the writing process after
I'd
all.
woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape.
Haven't of course tried to do
The weeks
turning
spent
off
in the
and
cabin
on.
had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast.
Fading
It had to have
fast.
cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
And so we drove and then we woke up after we crashed with the car. Pretty much. And there we still did meet Zane as a light source.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault and you're gonna pay for it.
Oh, and then the Nightingale came and found us. I think. Is that the end of the chapter? I guess it is. It seems like it is. Does seem like it, yeah. End of the episode 4 then, for tonight. End of the episode 4. Well, it's interesting to be able to now at least remember what had happened to us and everything of alike, so not too bad as such. It's gonna be interesting to see how we exactly will be continuing with the episode 5. At least 2 more episodes to go. We'll see where, well, Nightingale will at least be taking us in, but what will exactly be happening, we'll see. This is nice music. I do actually have one also CD. I think it was the first CD that I have from the Poets of the Fall. And this does sound very much the same, so I think this is indeed, as I think that Poets of the Fall did make music for this after all. So, Poets of the Fall. Yes. it's almost 12 o'clock, so we could almost go for the chapter 5, but can see if we can do the chapter 5 next time around, I think. So this will be the end for Alan Wake for the night anyways. And could play just a little bit more of the other game than the Ambience. And to see how I will manage to be doing there, though. To be honest, I've seen once now the ending for it as well, so I think I'm pretty much screwed in the game that we're doing, but hey, can at least go until we are pretty much dead there. But yeah, thank you for watching again for the night, Alan Wake, and more than next time. I have to look if it's the next Sunday, but I think I'm actually gone next Sunday, but the week after that then I think has to be the case, unfortunately. But thank you for watching, I hope you also enjoyed this in YouTube then later on.